Imagine trying to fit a two-story building through a standard elevator door. That is the exact logistical nightmare commercial audiovisual installers face when someone orders a 255-inch television screen. Welcome to today's deep dive. We are exploring a product spec sheet and a catalog from HDTVSupply, specifically focusing on this massive Draper Profile Plus screen. Our mission today is to uncover the hidden ecosystem behind commercial-grade equipment. Because what does it actually take to buy, ship, and run a display that's, larger than most apartments?
You really have to completely rethink what a screen actually is. I mean, you can't just treat it like a giant version of the TV in your living room.
Okay, let's unpack this, because my living room TV was a simple box-to-wall operation. But this Draper screen is 255 inches diagonally. That's over 21 feet of canvas. Who is actually buying this?
What's fascinating here is that the sources explicitly point to massive spaces. So we're talking megachurches, corporate training auditoriums, and ultra-high-end home theaters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in those environments, a standard 85-inch display would honestly just look like a postage stamp.
That makes sense. I did notice the spec sheet specifically highlights a matte white XT1000V surface. At first, I thought, well, why not just go with the brightest, glossiest material possible for something that huge?
That is a super common misconception. When you have a 21-foot screen in a brightly lit corporate room, a glossy surface basically acts like a giant mirror.
Oh, so it would catch all the room lights.
Exactly. It would reflect every fluorescent light and exit sign in the room. That matte white surface is crucial because it diffuses the light, absorbing glare so the image actually remains visible.
From every angle.
Right, from every single angle.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. But the surface material doesn't really solve the geometry problem. If I order a 21-foot screen, my first thought is I'm going to need a flatbed truck, a crane, and a demolition crew to take out a wall just to get it inside the building.
And that's exactly why it doesn't ship as a giant rectangle. It actually ships completely unassembled.
Wait, really? Unassembled?
Yes. The engineering relies on a lightweight frame and a sliding hook and loop system just to navigate tight corners and ordinary stairs.
Hook and loop. Like Velcro. Because when I hear Velcro, I think of cheap sneakers, not a commercial-grade theater setup. But actually, thinking about it, this is really about tension, isn't it? Like stretching a massive drum canvas so it doesn't sag in the middle.
Spot on. You have to maintain absolute uniform tension across hundreds of square feet, and the engineering really shines with their zero-edge option.
Right.
They use these extruded aluminum baffles on the frame.
Baffles? What do you mean?
They're essentially specialized structural supports that completely eliminate the thick borders or, mullions you usually see around a display. By pushing the viewing surface right to the absolute microscopic edge, you can mount multiple screens flush against each other.
So it tricks the human eye into ignoring the seams entirely. Here's where it gets really interesting, though. You essentially create this flawless, borderless optical illusion on the wall. But a 21-foot seamless canvas creates a completely new problem. Yeah. You can't just plug a standard HDMI cable from a basic laptop into a wall of screens like this and expect it to look good.
No, absolutely not. The image would be heavily pixelated or just distorted.
Right.
A giant screen is just a blank canvas. It's completely useless without the infrastructure to feed it high-quality, synchronized video.
And that brings us to the broader HDTVSupply catalog. It details an entire hidden ecosystem of equipment, specifically these Wolfpack matrix switchers. So what does this all mean? The screen is just the canvas, but these switchers are the brains pushing the video.
Right. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, the source reveals this massive hidden AV industry. The catalog mentions matrix systems capable of running up to 160 TVs simultaneously.
Which is wild. 160 screens.
Tailored specifically for giant sports bars. Think of a matrix switcher less like a smart TV processor and more like a massive digital rail yard.
Okay, I like that analogy.
It can take dozens of different incoming video signals, live sports feeds, digital menus, trivia games, and seamlessly route them to 160 different screens at the exact same time.
And doing it without a single millisecond of lag, I assume.
Exactly. If you've ever been annoyed by that 1 or 2 second delay when you change the channel on your home TV, imagine the computing power required to switch the feed on 160 screens at a sports bar at the exact same moment.
Because if that system lags, the entire illusion of the space just falls apart.
Completely. We walk past these specialized switchers, splitters, and networked controllers every day without realizing they are the invisible workhorses making modern visual experiences possible.
It really puts things into perspective for you as a listener. We expect a simple plug-and-play experience in our living rooms, but out in the real world, it takes a massive hidden industry to deliver a clean picture. We've decoded this whole world today, moving from the physical specs of a 255-inch borderless screen all the way down to the matrix systems required to run it.
It does, and this raises an important question. The next time you are sitting in a sports bar or an auditorium looking at a seamless, massive video wall, ask yourself how many aluminum baffles, matrix switchers, and unassembled shipping boxes were required behind the scenes just to trick your brain into seeing one perfect, unified image.